Good afternoon, everybody. Quick video here to kind of go over two quick things with you. The first is going to be ARFF training for the rest of the year for everybody. And the second thing is going to be the Haligan app, transferring from where we're at in Station 3 to kind of across the department wide with just our daily truck checks. So first thing I want to touch on with you guys is the Haligan app. Everybody should be able to get to it. It's just www.haligan.io. When you pull up the page here, you'll see it. It's got the login button at the top. If you're going to use the iPad, we're going to have to get that app downloaded onto all the iPads. But at the top right, you'll be able to see the login if you want to use your phone or the web browser on your phone. Just hit login. What it'll do, it will bring up the username and password. Pretty simple. It's the same as your Moodle. It's just going to be your email address and your password, and the password should update itself every time your email password gets updated. The only difference with Haligan is that we are going to have to use the @hutchgov.com. So here's me putting it in. And for some reason my deal likes to shrink up and do weird stuff. And I'm going to sign in. And it's doing work here. So once I get signed in, it's going to look pretty straightforward. Over on the left-hand side, you're not going to have the users and the reports and stuff like that. You should just have the home and apparatus. We can click on the apparatus, and it's going to show me all the apparatus that I have inputted in the system right now. So we have engine 1, engine 4, truck 4, engine 5, engine 6, all that good stuff. So if I wanted to start just a daily check on engine 5, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do a start a check, and it's going to ask me, do you want to do a daily or a weekly? Since this isn't a Saturday check, we're just doing a daily check. We're going to click daily. And it should pull up a daily check, just like we're used to. It's going to ask you to check the AED, the medical bag, the tires, the wipers, the water tank. And then down here it has metrics. Metrics means that that's a number that we're going to input that we can track by giving it a value. So your pump hours, your engine hours, your road miles, things of that nature. Now, I've had some questions about the fuel. When I click in my fuel mileage, it's going to ask me, give me a numeric value, or my fuel level, it's going to give me a numeric value. For this, we cannot put like 7/8 because it doesn't understand how to track 7/8. So if you're reading your fuel gauge and it's showing you like 3/4 or half or in between there, just do your best to give it a numerical value. So if you're at half, obviously you're going to be at 50%. If you're at 3/4, obviously you're at 75%. So if you're in between that, just do your best and give it like a 68%. Okay, and we're just going to save it. It'll mark it as checked, and so when I go to check that, it's going to give it a value of 68%. And so when we run a department report on that, it will actually run the fuel level for engine 5 every day, and it'll actually track that on a graph for us. So it's pretty simple. Once you have it filled out, you'll just hit submit report and you'll go on about your business. So this is now available for every frontline apparatus, engine or truck. We do not have them set up for brush trucks on all the outstations yet. I plan on getting that done tomorrow, so be looking for that to get that done. Pretty simple. So please transition if you're at another station besides Station 3. Please start using the Haligan app either on your phone. I know the app is not downloaded on all the iPads at this point, but we will get that done hopefully tomorrow. So please start utilizing this for your daily checks and for your just weekly checks. Also with engine 5, I'll show you real quick. If we were to start a weekly check, these stations outside of Station 3 do not have inventories built for them yet. We are working on that, I understand. But it will have these things to input. One thing I will ask is this: if there's something that needs to be added to the weekly check. So on Saturday, if you're going to do the weekly check, obviously you're going to do the daily check first and then the weekly check. If there's things that you see here that you would like added for your engine that is a check that I do not have on here, Please contact me via email, and I will be glad to add a vehicle metric that we can track and or a function that you need added to the weekly check, and I will add it right here. So let me know if there's something that needs added, and I will be glad to add that for you. Last thing, on Moodle, if you log into your Moodle account, remember that everybody, on Moodle, we don't have to use the @hutchgov.com. I don't know why mine shrinks like this. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we're logged in here. Basically, when you get logged in, you should see a course overview, and it should show you ARFF. I have enrolled everybody in ARFF class. Everybody's been asking about ARFF training, how we're doing it, where the discs are at, and all that good stuff. The FAA was nice enough to put all this online for us. So now we've just added it to Moodle to make it a little easier for you to track. So you should have an ARFF class here. If you have not set up a Moodle account, you should have one by now, and you should be enrolled in an ARFF class. If you're not, if for some reason I've missed you to enroll you, please let me know and I'll get you enrolled. You should be able to just come in here, and if we were on our dashboard or home, if we were to click on training, it's going to show us EMT classes that will be coming up and ARFF. Okay, if I click on ARFF, it's going to show me my January's assignments, my February, my March, all the way through June. Okay, remember we do everything through June now. The one thing you won't see on here that's usually listed on your training is that the airport drives, those will be set up separately. The one thing that you will receive a grade on here, and this is specifically for the individuals that get certified through KU and the University of Missouri for their ARFF response. They will have to get graded on reviewing the EAP with the airport manager. But coming up here to January, I have to click on January, and it's going to give me my January ARFF training videos. It's going to tell me my two videos are Section 2 and Section 3. Okay, right next below that is the link to click to go to the ARFF training videos. Once I'm there, I come here and I can hover. This is Section 10, so I know I'm not in the correct spot. If I go to Section 1, look in here, it says Section 1. Look, there's Section 2, Airport Familiarization. If I click on it, it will not load it. There it goes. And it'll play just like the videos that you had that have been sitting in the stations forever. They're the same things. So. Okay, sorry about that. Couldn't figure out how to get back to where we were going. So, but you will see that anytime you click on a month, it will have Section 2 and it'll say Section 3. Just hover over the videos. It'll tell you, hey, this is Section 2. Hey, this is Section 3. You need to watch the videos. When you come back to your ARFF training, it should show January as checked off and completed. Then the next month in February, here is your training video, and here is the SOP for the airport response. You will have to physically read the SOP for you to get credit in here to check you off on reading. You go into your February assignments, it'll show you Section 4 and Section 5. The one thing that hasn't been added yet that I will get added here real quick is the actual training sheet that shows the breakdown from month to month of what's required of you, just in case there is something else on there that is needed to be done. But I will get that uploaded in here real quick. So if you have any questions, please contact the training division. But real simple, log into your Moodle account. When you're at the home page, you can either hit the training button or go down to the bottom. You should be enrolled in an ARFF class. If you are, just click on course, click on January, and go through the stuff. Do not, and I'm going to try to say this as nice as I can, do not work ahead of January. Anytime that you click on this and you take your classes, it timestamps it. We are required by the FAA to not do any of our training congruent of 365 days. So if you took your February training last year in February, and for some odd reason you either did it early, that means your calendar starts over again in January. If you wait until after February and do it in March, you've went past your 365 days, and technically your training does not count. And so we will be not valid within our FAA training audit. So please be mindful. If it's in February, do it in February. Lastly, please remember once you do it here to input it in Firehouse so it can be tracked there as well. If you have any questions, give me a call in my office. Like I said, I'll do the best I can tomorrow to get the brush trucks put on the Haligan app. And if you have any questions on Moodle and doing your ARFF training in there, give me a shout and let me know. But I think it should be pretty straightforward for everybody. I think the biggest headache was just getting everybody learned how to log in and out of Moodle. So if you have any questions, give me a call, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks.